You're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox on KLOS with my guest, Timothy B. Schmit. How
Yes,
are you?
I'm well, thank you.
That was the Rolling Stones track called Winter from the album Goat Said Soup, and before that was the Babies track called Laura. Do you like the Rolling Stones, Tim?
Oh yeah, I do. Um, Actually, when the whole British thing came to the United States, I was more of a Beatles guy, but I always liked the Stones. And then um, I have a pretty interesting story that has to do with the Stones. Would you like to hear it?
Pray tell.
Well, um, so the Eagles broke up in 1980. It turned out to be for almost 14 years. So I was doing all kinds of stuff. I was going on the road with other people. I was making a couple solo records, singing on a lot of records. And during that time, or maybe shortly before that, Bill Wyman quit the band. And so I had this light bulb go off.
I'm going to be the bass player.
No, it wasn't. I wasn't that being that grandiose, but I thought, what the hey, I'm gonna write them a letter, and I wrote them a letter. I found management, and basically said, I'm available. So, and then I kind of forgot about it. I thought, that was just nothing. Well, they got a hold of me. They got a hold of me along with, I believe, 10 to 20 other bass players, and they held auditions. And they gave me a airplane ticket to, this had to be 1990, early 90s. Maybe late 80s. They gave me a ticket to New York, put me up in a hotel, and told me to bring my bass. What kind of amplification do you want? All that, and I actually got off the plane, went to pick up my bass, and I saw Stu Cook from Creedence Clearwater Revival, and we looked at each other, and we knew we were both doing the same thing. So the next day they had, I think for 2 or 3 days they auditioned bass players.
The whole band?
Yes, and that was the cool thing. I was brought to SIR in New York, which is a rehearsal facility, and I waited in this little room, and somebody came and got me, and I went in there, and there was the 4 Stones and one sound guy, and I got to play music with them for at least an hour, maybe a little more.
What was the first song you did?
Ooh, I don't remember the first song, but we did like "Start Me Up."
Yeah.
Did
you know it?
I was listening to a lot of Rolling Stone records. So I did kind of know that, and they were really, really easy to talk to and to be with, because they said, like, if there's anything we want to go over with you that you don't know, you can have a couple of listens first. And that happened on one song. I don't remember which.
Yeah.
But we did, Honky Tonk Woman, about a lot of the classic stuff. At one point, Mick started playing something on the piano, and then I realized before I was kind of scratching my head for a minute, just waiting, and then I realized
spend the night together?
No, it was just jam time.
Oh.
They wanted to see.
See if you could jam.
So, all in all, it was a great sort of Cinderella night, and I didn't go away going, oh God, it was terrible.
Yeah.
I felt really good about what I did. I also was 99% sure I wasn't going to get the gig, but I was happy with what I did.
Yeah.
So that was.
Were you 99% sure, right?
I was. Yeah.
Well, who did they get? Who did
His name is Daryl Jones. I believe that one of the gigs I heard that he had done was for.
Is that the guy who's still with him now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been with him forever, hasn't he?
Yeah. So I got to see them play with the new bass player about a year later, just to see what was going on, and I felt really happy about it. It was like, not everybody gets asked to do this kind of thing. So
does he sing?
Daryl?
Yeah.
I've seen him 2 or 3 times since, and I've never seen him up. I don't think he sings.
So you could have added that. backing vocals, right?
Yeah, but the way I sing and stuff, I didn't really push that. I wanted to sing, and like
Yeah.
Bill Wyman didn't sing.
Yeah.
So I
He
just
didn't-
thought
he
like
didn't-
I'll do this for fun, and it actually worked out to at least go do it for an hour.
Yeah, that's a good story.
Yeah,
Good story. So you're going to do some shows.
I am.
We know that.
I'm
Mr.
gonna-
Shovel.
Yeah, there's several shows happening in January, starting on the 7th at the Coach House in San Juan Capistrano, and then on the 8th at the Canyon Club in Agoura Hills, and then 11th back at the Coach House, the 24th at the Belly Up in Solana Beach, 26th at St. Rock in Hermosa Beach, and the 29th at the Rose in Pasadena.
Cool.
All right.
Let's play your, what I call it?
They don't call them singles anymore.
Yeah.
They call them focus tracks.
Yeah, let's play your
Or
focus track.
FT.
Let's play the FT of your new album. This track is called What Should I Do? It says single on here.
Oh, good. It's actually what I should do.
Yeah. That's what I said. What did I say?
What should I do? Maybe I should have called
I think
it
you
that.
should change it. Take all the albums back and rewrite. Your album's called Leap of Faith.
Yes, got that right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Forgive me, Timothy.
I do.
Let's play it. Take it away, son. You're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox on KLOS. That was Poco, Good Feeling to Know. And before that was T-Rex, Mambo Sun. And then we had, from the album Leap of Faith, What I Should Do by Timothy B. Schmit, who's staring at me right now.
With a smile.
How you doing?
That's a Joeism. That's what Joe says.
Yeah, I know. That's his thing. How you doing?
Yeah.
Where's that name come from, Poco? What does that mean?
The band actually was before. I wasn't in the original lineup. It's kind of a long story. I'm not going to go into that. But when they first formed, I joined about 9 months into their creation because
They already had the name then.
yeah, no. Poco was actually Pogo, P-O-G-O, which was a comic strip character done and drawn and done popular one by Walt Kelly. Walt Kelly heard that there was this band that wanted to call themselves Pogo, and he said, not going to happen.
Yeah.
But Pogo already had a little bit of a pretty big following in Los Angeles, so they just changed the G to a C and called it Poco.
So that's where the name came from.
That's it.
No deep meaning.
Nope.
Why did they want to call it Pogo?
I have no idea.
Because that's what punks do.
Oh, yeah?
That was a punk thing.
Ah.
Pogo in the front of the crowd, jump up and down.
Oh, right.
They called it Pogo I don't know.
I don't know. I guess they like the sound of it. I don't know.
And spit at you
Nice.
if they
Nice.
if they like you.
A nice touch. Right. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine that happening at a Poco gig.
No, that Poco was not about that.
That would be insulting if someone spit
We
at
were
you, right?
very clean-cut country rock boys.
And you were from Los Angeles. Did you record in a record plant and all that?
Oh, yeah. Record plant. We did an album at the RCA building, which is no longer there. Originally, when I first joined, was at there used to be 4 studios. It was Columbia Records studios on Gower and Sunset. We did my first recordings with Poco was there.
Yeah.
That was back when the engineers wore white shirts and ties, and you would just be getting into the groove, and you almost finished with this track, and they'd look at their watches and say engineering break, and you'd have to stop. Oh, and they went crazy if you touched a microphone.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. That is nuts, isn't it? But they were like that as well at Abbey Road, the same thing.
Yeah, I bet.
Guys in white coats and pipes.
Yeah.
And it was very official.
Kind of a lab, right?
Yeah. You definitely couldn't experiment with them people around.
No.
That's for sure. So, yeah, what was that like, meeting President Obama at the Eagles Kennedy Center Honors, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, every year the Kennedy Center organization, John Kennedy was way into promoting the arts as a very important entity in people's lives, and they started up this this annual award, the Kennedy Center Honors, and where they honor, artists of different ilks, painters, musicians, poets, actors.
American? You have to be
No,
American?
no, you don't have to be American. In fact, I believe Sting has got it one year, and there was a classical pianist this year who is not from the U.S.
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin, right? So,
Oh, they're English, aren't they?
I believe so.
Yeah.
It was great. There was actually it's going to be on TV. The final show they air it every year is going to be on TV. I think on CBS on December 27th. But that's only the fourth of 4 events when you go there. It's a whole weekend. You go to a state dinner. There's 2 quote unquote business casual dress, and then you have to have a tuxedo. There's black tie stuff. And
Did you have to perform?
no, that's one of the perks. The people honor you, so you watch other people perform.
Doing your songs?
But previous to going to the big gala, which is on TV, we were taken to the White House.
Didn't Paul McCartney?
Yeah, Paul McCartney too.
I remember seeing something. He
Right.
was in the audience and someone was doing his song. Who was it who was doing his song?
I don't know. I didn't see that one.
Anyway, yeah. So that was, he was sitting up front.
Yeah.
President was there.
No, you sit in the presidential box.
Yeah.
And so the 3 remaining Eagles and the widow of Glenn Fry, Cindy, was with us.
Yeah.
She took his award. It's a laurel. It's sort of a rainbowy thing with big brass etched to. It's a big thingy you wear around your neck as a.
Is it worth anything?
I don't know. I haven't tried yet. But anyway, the great thing was that there we are. The great thing was that we went to the White House before the big show and met Barack and Michelle Obama, took pictures, and it was great.
What's it like in there?
It's really nice.
Is it?
Yeah, it's grandiose, and there's a lot of history in there
Sure.
from way back. I mean, like George Washington's China is there, stuff like things like that. A lot of
Yeah.
old paintings.
Yeah.
And the night before, we did a state dinner when we actually got those laurels with John Kerry, the Secretary of State. It was pretty cool. It's
It's an achievement, I suppose, isn't it?
I suppose so. Yeah, it's not something that happens every day.
Yeah.
So it was
Well,
good.
that's
Got to
good.
take my kids as well as my wife, and that was great. They got to meet him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice one.
I was very glad, I have to say, that they were still there to give us these awards and to be around them,
Yeah. Yeah.
as opposed to somebody else.
Oh, I see.
Mhm.
Okay. So, well, I think we've come to the end, right? Or can we
No.
chat a little bit longer? Is that it?
A couple minutes.
So we were talking about you met Mark Bolan,
Oh,
T-Rex.
yeah, I was in New York, and I was visiting Mark and Howard from Flo and Eddie.
Yeah.
And
The Turtles.
The Turtles. And they were friends of ours. And I was up there, I think it was me and one other band member maybe. And we went to their hotel room. It was a hot summer day. And we're just carrying on, doing what we do, doing what we did back in those days. And there's a knock on the door, and they open the door, and it's Mark Bolan. And he's not just dressed in his Levi's.
He's dolled up.
Oh man, he had on a sequined pink jacket, and he had eyeliner and eyeshadow on. He was all ready.
Yeah.
But other than his costume, he was a very nice guy and just joined in and hung out with us. It was cool.
Yeah, he was a sweet guy.
Yeah, he was.
I met him a few times. Very sweet.
Yeah.
I kind of met him when the punk thing was in full swing, and he'd been pushed aside a little bit, and he was trying to fit in, so he would hang out with us and the Damned, and he was in it, but he wasn't doing well. He was hitting the bottle, and he was bloated, but
Yeah.
very sweet guy.
Very nice guy.
It's the same stuff, just a different time.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, listen, thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
We're gonna play. Can't Tell You Why. You sing on this one, right?
I do.
Eagles?
Eagles.
Do you know there's a band called Eagles of Death Metal?
Well, of course I do.
Was that, did you hear that and say, hang on a minute?
I did, but I just let that one go. I was actually surprised that some people in our organization didn't. I was surprised it didn't ruffle some feathers, but everybody just let it go. And of course, they became even more famous after Paris.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's when you should sue them now.
No,
No, they're good guys.
that's good.
You don't want to sue them. All right, buddy. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Timothy B. Schmit is going on the road. Got some dates. Should we say the dates again? Here we go. Coach House on January 7th, San Juan Capistrano. On the 8th, Agora Hills Canyon Club. On the 11th, oh, you're back at the Coach House again. Oh,
Yep.
That's what you said, yeah. Solano Beach on the 24th, Belly Up, Hermosa Beach, San Croce, I don't even know how to say that.
St. Croix.
St. Rock.
St. Rock.
St. Rock with an E, what's the point of putting an E behind it? And then Pasadena on the 29th at the Rose Theatre. Thank you, my man. Leap of Faith is your album, and your big single is What I Should Bleeding Do.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right, buddy.
I appreciate it.